Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can hear echo. Yes, you can hear me good. I've got a little bit of an echo, but that's just what we're gonna have to go with right now. If for some reason this thing just is not working. So, you guys don't mind hearing the echo? I thought I was turning the mic off up there. All right. Hey, Ashley. Okay. Now I'm back. Can you guys see this? It's really small. If I go too far down, you can see it, and then like on my head. But that's okay. I can show it to you. So I'm putting some tree branches in here, or trees, trunks. This is a tiny brush, but this is not as small as I use when I do my nails. This is actually quite big compared to it. I'm not doing a ton of little tiny branches. You're not going to really be able to see them very much because I'm going to put leaves in. But I am going to put a little bit more white on here. Sweet, or the rose. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush right here. It's like a stipple brush. I'm going to use it to do my leaves. Now I'm going to start with, I'm going to do 3 tones of green. I'm start with, well that's not the start. Mountain forest. And then I have Christmas green. And then I have spring green. And these are all apple barrel products. And No audio? You guys still can't hear again? What's going on? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, Herb can hear me. Okay. I'm not sure why she can't hear me. That other green is not coming out, so I'm just going to add a little bit of black to this one to get it that dark green that I want. Yeah, I don't, it's because I've got an echo. Here, hold on. Is this better? Hi, Shar. How are you? Hi, Cindy. So I'm stippling this green on the treetop. Good, I'm glad. So because of the way I put this on here, I don't have to worry about the end of the tree. And then I'm going to put some green down here on the bottom for grass. And then we'll go with a little bit lighter to put highlights in the tree. And then instead of using the stipple brush on the grass, I'm going to use a little tiny paintbrush so that you can see the blades of grass. Okay. And this whole painting's finished. So I'll show it to you. Oops, wrong way. Not cute. And I'll wait till the end to sign it. So now I'm going to start with the second one. And this one, we are going to go with the sky, of course. I love uh, landscapes. It's one of my favorite things to paint. As my granddaughter Zaylee says. Thank you, Shar. Yeah, these are canvases from Walmart. They're 2 inches by 3 inches. So they're just tiny. So this one is going to have a little bit of a darker sky, but it's also going to have some clouds. I'm just going to take it, go right across. And add some clouds or some white into that blue to lighten it up. There we go. Now we're going to have some water right across here. So I'm pulling this the water down, and I decided I want that sky to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to add some more white in here and lighten that up. And then we'll come back and do some clouds in it after it is dried a little bit. So now I'm going to put some green, let's see, on here for the ground. That's the background of the grass. Yeah, thank you, Shar. I like these. They're tiny. Itty bitty tiny. Okay, so now we are going to put a little bit of, I need some yellow. And this is Apple Barrel's real yellow. I can get it out of the bottle. I need to fill these bottles up. They're getting low. He does too know how. So I'm lightening this grass up by just stippling on some yellow onto the green. And I left some dark lights and low lights. And Joyce is getting into stuff. Okay, so that's the beginnings of it, you can see. Then I am going to start with some trees, but these are going to be pine trees. And so I'm going to use a fan brush. That's going to give me the exact shape I want. And I've loaded it on like this. Yeah, I do too. Sure, I love to watch it just come to life. Okay, so this one you're not going to really see the branch, so not too worried about this one. This is going to be like this, the trunks of the tree. And there's going to be a taller one, and then a really tall one right here. And then grab another fan brush, a different one, and I need some more green. But before I do that, I want to put some clouds. So I loaded the fan brush like this, And then I just start stippling it on in different angles, and that will give me the pine trees. So it's just little tiny, like on the corner at first, and then I start building it up and making it bigger as you go. You can see how that looks. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the others just like that. You always start at the top of the corner of your fan brush, and you just kind of rock it back and forth. You could do an upward motion, or you can do a downward. It depends on what kind of pine tree you're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and do all these little trees. And then I'm going to go back in and do some highlights. If you just do one color, it looks flat. You don't want your painting to look flat. So I'm going to add a little bit of this green, the light green, and I'm just going to go in and put some highlights. Okay, then I'm going to put a rock, because I like rocks in nature. I think they're just awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a black and paint on my paint on the black, and then I'm just going to do some rocks right here. So I'm just doing black, and then I'm going to be adding some white that will pull the top so that you can tell it's an actual rock. And so there's my rocks. Then you got to put some little foliage around them, because then they look like they're actually sitting there instead of like out in the open. And if you put a darker color, then it gives it the shading for the rock. And this painting is done. How's this look? Wrong way. That's hard to do. I just got it. Can't quite see it as well. But that's the second painting. Oh, I forgot one thing on it. I forgot to make the water look like water. And you do that by putting highlights on the water. And I'm just tapping it, the white on here. Yeah. And you can see it like this. That way it looks like water. Okay, second one down. Now the third one is going to be another sky, of course. And then I'm going to go with the light blue again instead of the dark blue. But I'm going to add a little bit of the black in, or the dark blue in. I do some mixing on my palette, but most of my mixing is right on the canvas. A little bit down, a little bit further. This is going to be the sky. I'll come back in a minute and finish the sky. Now we're going to do the bottom, and this is going to be water. Just lightening this blue up just a tiny bit. Don't want it quite as dark as it was. I'm going to put a little bit of the dark in areas, but I don't want it completely all dark. I'm going to grab a little bit of black, and we're going to put a small amount of land way far away. Thank you, guys. All right, now we're going to put some more land right across here. Okay. Now we are going to do some green. Now I'm going to use this little brush. It's just a small chippy brush, but because it's so jagged at the ends, it makes for a really nice like foliage trees. I normally would use this brush, but this brush is just way too big for this little tiny palette. So we're going to use this one. We're going to get some of this. Foliage on there. A very slight amount on here. Not very much. We don't want very much on this. It's really far away. Put a tiny bit on there. And then I want a little bit of white highlight on there. While that's drying, we're going to go back and put some clouds. Hey, Candace. So these are more of the creepy ones. I'm going back and sticking the pure white on top of the other white, because when you start to move it around, it starts to show the color. All right, that's good for those. And I'm going to put some white down here.
I'm doing very lightly this water, or this white right here. I'm putting the reflections of the clouds very lightly in the water. Okay. Now, anytime water and land is separated, you want to put a highlight so that you can see the separation of the land and the water. I'm barely touching this. And I'm going to put some reflections of the green in the water. It's very, very, not real dark, just a little bit. And I'm going to, what's my other? There. So I'm going to put some highlights. Well, this brush is kind of a weird brush. I can show you the end of it. It's very, like, it's not very solid. So I can get these little tiny just dots. If I had my paint on. And that's giving me some highlights across there and a little bit over here. And that's that for that one. So, whoops, here's this one. Isn't that cute? Okay, for the final one. Now this one I need some pink. Because we're going to make a different color of the sky. Maybe pink. And then I'm going to pick up some blue. And that's going to be turned purple. And that's kind of what I wanted. It's really super light purple. Now, down here, brush, we're going to put blue and a lot of white. So go ahead and cover this with the blue. And then I'm going to do white. I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I touch it. Because I really want this to be really quite white. This is going to be snow. So it's light blue, and we definitely want it to be darker. But I am going to put a little bit of faint, some very faint clouds in the sky. There we go. Okay. Now, thank you, Herb. Now I just want this to dry off a little bit before I start putting more colors onto it, because I don't want the colors to mix with these. I want to put the colors on top. So I'm going to blow dry these with air. Jackson, hello. We're shaking the camera. Yeah. So as you can see, this little brush, you see how many bristles it is. The ones I use on my nails has only like half this amount or less, and they are more pliable than this. This has a more structure. I'll have to do a live on redo my nails again. It's been a while. So let's go ahead and start with some trees. Of course, you always put your trunk first. And if you want the tree to be further away, you do a smaller uh, trunk, and you stop before you get to, you don't have them even on the bottom. Okay. Now, I don't have, the only other fan brush I have with me is this great big giant one. My other two that I brought over here are dirty. So, oh wait, no, I have another one. Okay. We'll see if I'm using it. I'm going to try and just dot this on and see how this works. These are, of course, pine trees. And then down below, I'm just going to be dotting around it to give it more foliage on the ground. And I'm just dotting back and forth to get the branches. And then, once I get this done, I'm going to put snow on it. Royce is whining at the stairs. Okay, now I'm going to use the same brush, wiping off most of the black, and then I'm going to pick up the white and start putting it on as the snow. Ron, Ronald, Roycey. Sorry, guys. Hey, Ron, can you get him away from the stairs? Roycey's not over there anymore. Okay, these are starting to look very, very snowy. I know you guys can't see it very much. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm just putting snow on these branches. And I'm putting a lot of snow down here. I know, Charlotte. He does not care at all. So I didn't say earlier. Sarah was gonna try and come, but she's right in the middle of getting her sister's wedding ready. So a lot of last minute stuff that she has to do. Okay, now this is dry down here, so I can start actually putting the snow. And I'm just gonna use this same brush, and I'm gonna make it look like. Oops, I'm not gonna use that brush. That brush has too much black on it. So I'm not being really particular with this because I want some of that blue to show through, because that way it will look like it's not just flat. It'll give it some structure and some fluidness like it's actual snow. And leaving this blue up around the bottom of this, it's going to show the shadow. Okay, that definitely is black. You can see. Oh, okay. It's not black. Not pure white. And now we're going to put just some little twigs. Because if you ever go into the mountains or anywhere where there's snow, you can always see little kind of twigs sticking up. So some little twigs. Sorry, I get really quiet when I'm painting. Okay, that is it for those. Now I'm going to sign all of these. I think I'm going to sign them in red. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, I'm going to try and start doing more of the actual, at least once a week, do more of the instructional. Let me show you the way this, what this looks like. Oops, I'm on. And because if you look, the direction that I do the little tufts, it shows you that the snow is not smooth. It's bumpy. So, got to write my name really small today. If my paint's too thick, I put a little bit of water on it. So that is what I'm going to do. It's a little squirt. This is an old uh, perfume bottle, so it has more of a mist than a squirt. And I'll show you. I get my brush into the paint right here, and I pull it and roll it so that I get this little bitty tiny fine point. You see that? And that way I can write my name. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Now I gotta write really super small. This is one thing I don't do on my nails. I don't put signs. Okay, that one's done. But I don't want to sign over my rocks, so I'm going to put more in the center. He feels like he's left out or something. Okay, that one's done. Okay. They are tiny, and I'm writing tiny. I normally have these glasses on. I didn't remember to put them on because it makes everything look big instead of small. There. Now I can show them all to you guys so you can see what they look like. So here's the first one. So you can see that good. And then here is the second one. And then here's the third one. And then here is the fourth one. And I'm going to go ahead and you guys can ask me any questions. I'm going to go ahead and paint the edges real quick so this is done. You can ask questions. I know they're tiny. These things, like I said, they are 2 inches by 3 inches. And there's other there's other sizes you can get at Walmart. Um, there's some square ones, there's black ones of the same size. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going for like the base color, whatever's on it. So this is the darker blue, so I'm putting the darker blue. Thank you, Shar. So I'm going to put this dark blue on this top, and then sit that down and come back to that one, because I need the same dark blue on this one. And that way they're finished off. So they don't just have, they're not there. Okay. Now this is the lighter blue, so I'm going to use the lighter blue on this one. No, they actually came single. They were just over $1 each. And I guess maybe the ones that are a little bit bigger are going to cost more. Um, I got them singly. I did not see them in a pack, but I wasn't at my Walmart, so I don't know for sure. And this one I will put green on the bottom. So this is going to be, I'm going to put the light blue down on this where the snow is. But they're just over in the art section where all the canvases are at Walmart. So. Okay. I'm sure you could buy these little canvases on Amazon as well, probably in a pack. But these were just singles. Okay, let's switch paintbrushes because I don't want to mix that colors. So I'm going to get a different paintbrush. And I'm going to do this light blue on the top. Ronald, language. I'd remind him. I don't like to have to get more paint out just for the edges. So I'm going to add a little bit of white again. There we go. Oops. Okay. Now, this one is going to be green because of the grass. Okay. And this one, I'm going to change paintbrushes because I don't want to put green accidentally up on the top there. I'm just going to mix some white with pink. There we go. Okay, those ones are done. Let me see if I can lower this camera down so that you can see them better. There we go. That's the best I can get. There you go. What do you guys think? Thank you, Liz. Yeah, I like these little ones. They're a lot quicker to do. Of course, I like the bigger ones too. So, yeah, and these are all acrylics, and actually all of them were a apple barrel except for the white and the this blue. It is not apple barrel. And I am now again um, Plaid ambassador. They started their ambassador program again, and now I am part of it again. So I'll be getting their paints again from them. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this. I'm glad you guys came and enjoy them as well. And hope you guys have a great week. And thank you, Herb. Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed these. And hope you guys have a great week. Call somebody and just check in on them. And don't forget to read the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye, guys. You have a great day or a great week. Or actually, I'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye bye. If it turns off. There it goes.